Hello friends, welcome to a Gecko's Gaming video. Today I am trying out a new Grixis deck I've built. It's a Grixis Tempo version, Grixis Loris Tempo, and but the main difference between this and the other lists that you see, such as stock lists including chest hairs and other Grixis Tempo lists, is I just cut the mana drains, um, and I'm more of a red black splash blue deck a little bit. It's maybe a little bit more even, but the double blue is prohibitive and just makes it kind of hard and clunky sometimes to get your deck together and get out fast starts. And this deck is more focused on being fast. So we want to hold up. Ideally, we want to have one mana interaction. Do we want to play like a one mana threat and then hold up like a one mana counter spell and or removal spell and just win a tempo game that way? Um, and then along those same lines, we also have Ragavan in here to get out ahead early. And if he hits you, then and you get one treasure, let's say you have one mana from Ragavan, you have a whole host of options available for effective interaction spells. So the idea is it's just a lot faster than a frog deck. It can get under. It's more effective at the tempo plan. It's a little bit. It definitely gives up on more of the mid range and control plans that those decks can switch into, although it still can do that to some extent. But yeah, it's kind of just, it's really fast. So you get out fast Netherglory, fast Dragon's Rage Channeler, fast Dragavan. Yeah, so we also cut Tamio along the same lines and replaced her with Ragavan. Um, we're trying to do damage. We're not trying to dirtle around with Tamio. We're trying to do damage, and so we have bolts and Ragavan, and we're trying to finish them off. And that damage plan between Lightning Bolt, Ragavan, Dragon's Rage, Bowmaster is a lot of kind of evasive uh, burn that can go to the face and finish off the opponent pretty quickly. We still have Treasure Cruise for a backup in case the game goes long, or just to refuel. Treasure Cruise and then Loris with combined with Mishra's Bauble for card advantage. But yeah, this deck leans a little bit less on blue. The island is questionable. I'm trying it now. It's been fine so far, but I might cut this. I have 20 lands, which is honestly about the same amount that the stock frog tempo decks play. And this deck might not need 20 lands, so I could either cut the island for a non-land for another spell, or I could cut it for like another duel of some sort, or maybe a mountain. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure what else there is to say about this really. I have an Unholy Heat in there to help with like frog mirror matches and stuff like that, and just to take out big things. We'll usually get Delirium pretty easily game one. Game two, it gets a little bit harder to get Delirium, which is why I have Fatal Pushes in the sideboard instead, because they often bring in Graveyard Hate. Um, and then yeah, we have more one mana counter spells. Kind of you can tailor for whatever you need based on the situation. So Stern Scolding can come in both against energy decks and against frog decks. This is probably the toughest matchup for this is like another frog, like a frog mirror, a tempo mirror, because they're usually better. Like Fatal Push lines up better against Psychic Frog than Lightning Bolt does, and they can go over the top of us. Um, we can still get under them sometimes, but yeah, they're pretty low to the ground, and then they also have more ability to go over the top with mana drain and lock us out of the game, and also with Mystic Sanctuary, and they have better removal too. So Nightmare is the Esper version. I played against a Esper version that was splashing green with Deathrite Shaman. Like they had four Deathrite Shamans main, and that was just a nightmare. It was pretty much unbeatable. They had Swords of Plowshares too, so that's what we're trying to dodge. But we do get a little bit better matchup against energy than the traditional frog deck, and we have a better matchup against Show and Tell and other combo decks too, since we're just faster, and our interaction I think is more efficient too. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's hop into some games. All right, hopping into a match. I'll play first. This is definitely a mulligan. I have 0 lands. This is also a mulligan. 0 lands again. I guess this is keepable. It's tough to say in the blind. I'll put back a bolt since they don't show a companion. I might need Treasure Cruise to catch back up. I could maybe put back Raucous Theater. Go for a one-lander. Let's see what they have on top. Ragavan. Okay. I got the wrong read on them, that's for sure. So they're Boros Energy without a companion. Why? I don't know. Probably playing the One Ring. Can I afford to take a turn off, or do I have to use Molten Collapse on like an Ocelot Pride or something? Probably gotta take out a Pride. I could technically Treasure Cruise next turn. Not sure if I want to, though. Yeah, I'll wait another turn. That's pretty good here. I feel like the more time I get to draw out of this, the better. Yikes. We don't want to see Guy of Souls. I think I need a Treasure Cruise. It's sad, but true. We could get an instant in there with the Brainstorm, if I need to. Like if I need to block Ragavan or something. Okay. This is a good top deck. I could make him use like one more energy, I guess. This hand is not good. probably want to brainstorm on my turn, but I'm gonna have to draw one of these. Guess I would rather draw a land. Oh yeah, he's gonna have to get the land, that's right. Good thing I left the land on top. Not good. Okay, I can counter this at least. That's something. This turn sucks. I'm going to take 4. He's going to get Ragavan and Ocelot Pride again. Trigger. Another Ragavan. Cool. Now in Lightning Bolt range to be dead. Actually, I'm just dead on board either way. If he just decides to alpha swing. Oh wait, no I'm not, because I have Loris lifelink. The comeback starts now. No attacks, great. So I could exile these 3 and still have Delirium for the Nethergoyf, basically. You know what I mean. Actually, let's go like this. Let's discard Thoughtseize. Sorcery, 2 sorceries, an instant, and a land. So I might not be able to jump the frog this turn safely, but I can still probably just go ahead and attack with it. Okay, I can stifle this trigger. We'll see what he targets. Yeah, we'll stifle that. Nice, that's an excellent draw. Let's see what I'm about to hit with a frog in case I draw it. Just a land, okay. So we don't really need to draw that. Let's see what they got on top. Lightning bolt. Oh no. Yikes. Okay, so I have to attack with Loris, otherwise I'm dead. That's not good. Okay, so I go to 6, I trade off with the Ragavan. He then attacks me with a Ragavan and 3 cats next turn. And I'll be basically at 3. So, I think I actually can just barely afford attack with 2. I think I need to draw these 2 cards here. Interesting choice to not block with Ragavan when you have another in your hand, but that's actually very good for us. Is he gonna fetch? I mean, I basically got him if he doesn't block. Let's get a surveil. I think he will block, so that's fine. It's another body. All right. I feel like the opponent should have won that game, but we were able to sneak one out there. And they're on a straight Boros version with no companion. And they have bolts. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I assume they have the 1 ring, but I didn't see it at all. I don't know why else you wouldn't have a companion. Stifle is pretty good. I don't mind Spell Pierce. We definitely don't want the Thought Seizes. Inquisitions we can cut too. And, oh yeah, Ragavan. We don't want Ragavan. And then, at this point the question is, like, what combination of other interaction spells do I want? Disruptor Flute can come in handy. I'm gonna say Stubborn now is probably better than Spell Pierce in most situations against this deck. It's unclear if I want either one though. So we know they're playing Bombardment. I assume they have Flage too. I don't know. I honestly, I haven't seen enough to want to bring in the Flute yet, so we'll keep it like this. 2 Snares, Stern Scolding, 1 Stifle, 1 Stubborn Denial, bunch of removal. Alright. This is fine. I'll use Mishra's Bauble on turn 1 to see if I want to fetch or not. It's nice having the option there. Now that I have 2, I can see what they have also. Okay, they got a Ocelot Pride coming down. Okay, I'm going to want that, so we'll keep it on top. Especially with Ocelot Pride coming down, that makes Cinderclasm very good. That's a combo. Man, I don't think no, can I hold off on the Cinderclasm or not? Or do I need to blow it now? Or do I just Molten Collapse the Guide of Souls, or do I play 2 Nethergoyfs? It's a tough choice. I think I'm going to go with the 2 Nethergoyfs. I know that he can jump a guy and make him big and make him get out of Cinderclasm range, but I have Molten Collapse, so I can clean that up with after. The one-sided Sweep here is pretty nice. Path to Exile, okay. Thank you, I will gladly find a basic land. I'm not sure. I mean, this seems like a weird... I don't know if there's like a budget version or what, but there's some interesting choices here. Okay, now he cannot jump, so that's good. So we're gonna clear house next turn with Cinderclasm. And I can put, well, no, I can't. I don't have double red, so I gotta wait on the channeler. All right. I almost was gonna say I could put out the channeler and then Cinderclasm and then have Delirium after I fetch my land so that she survives, but not the case quite yet, because I would need 3 red. I only have access to 2 right now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is gonna be a big blowout. So Boom. Boom. Thanks for playing. I guess, you know, he's got plenty of time to draw out of this, so I shouldn't be gloating quite yet. I think I want red-black. Yeah. I already have a bobble, right? Yeah, I don't need another one. Why did I tap a blue? I wanted to keep that for frog. That's annoying. Sure. I don't have any more basics, so you got me on that. Let's take a look. Yeah, no more. No more basics. Okay. I should have brought the Nether Life back too. That's the other thing. But let's see. I want blue and yeah, blue red should be fine. Hearse is decent. That'll be annoying for my Dragon's Rage channeler. But we have the frog out, so. I don't understand why I can't. I have 4 types, right? Oh, because he must be one of the types. Okay. Alright, that makes sense, because I only have 1 creature. Yeah. So, I have him on basically a 2-turn clock now. Lightning Bolt will speed things up too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could discard my hand and try to kill him, but I think it's a little too risky. So I'll wait 1 more turn. So I could discard these 3 cards and then to the frog and then bolted him. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just as risky waiting because he could draw a removal spell. Situations like this are where it's a little harder to play. Or, you know, you're in a little less of a safe position with this than you would be with some of the other blue-black frog-based decks because we don't have hard counters, we don't have mana drain and stuff like that to really lock it up when you're ahead and have mana. Um, all my counter spells are pretty situational, so. Alright, next match. Grixis Tempo, and no companion on the other side. This is a fine hand. I'll keep this. There are some sequencing questions. I'd probably lead with Raucous Theater, honestly, because I want to cast my Frog on turn 2, I think, more than I want to cast Dragon's Rage on turn 1. Not sure if that's right, though. But yeah, I mean, either way, I definitely need to have untapped black coming in, so. A little unfortunate draw, but I will do the Raucous Theater first. Put the fetch land into the yard. I'll save the bauble for when I get Dragon's Rage out. Okay, this is looking like Charbelcher. I'll shuffle that away. I don't think I'll have time for that. Maybe I need to brainstorm first. Let's think here. I'm looking for like a Spell Pierce or like a Stifle. Been that. There's the Stifle. Doesn't really matter what I put back. Maybe it does. Yes, it does actually. Molten Collapse is pretty dead here. Okay. Yeah, you just gotta try to kill these guys as fast as possible because they will beat you on like turn 4, sometimes earlier. Stifle protects us from losing though. Because you have to activate Charbelcher. Okay, so they're threatening to kill us next turn. Go ahead and brainstorm again. Just to, because they could have Veil Summer, so I'd like to have a backup. Looks like that might not be an option though, so I'll put back this and this. Doesn't really matter what I put back. Most of these cards are dead against them. But yeah, I'll go ahead and fetch. Four, five, six, seven. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably play the Bowmasters at the end of the turn. Or if they try to draw anything, but... Okay. Alright, we got him. Stifle Gaming. Disruptor Flute is good. Surgical is okay. Kogan's Command is kind of slow. Definitely want Stubborn, definitely want Pierce. I'll probably want Surgical too, but let's just see. Let's see what we gotta cut still first. And Holy Heat is gone. Molten Collapse, no. Even Bowmasters isn't very good. We want Inquisition. Even though they had a Leyline, they won't always have Leyline. I think it's like 40%-ish to draw Leyline in your opener, so... Snare is also questionable. Because they just play Assemble the Team, but I don't know about any other 2-drops. They probably have Defense Grid. I'll keep Spell Snare in. I'm not sure if I want it Surgical. I'm bringing in over 1 Bowmasters. Surgical is really swingy because if they have Leyline and I can't discard, then it's not that great, but I can't, if I can't target them with a discard spell, then it's hard to get the thing that I want a Surgical in their graveyard, but other than that, I think it's fine. I could still like counter it and stuff too and then get it. It's a little slower, but it's going to be hard to brainstorm. The island is pretty bad whenever I draw it, I will note. I've been thinking about cutting the island for something else. I'm thinking about that more and more. Hmm. I'm gonna have to spell pierce a channel. That's for sure. Uh, oh, nice. Okay. All right, this game's gonna be over this turn. I'm pretty sure. Karn. Belcher. All right, we're dead. Let's take a look at their deck. We'll have a little more information for next game. Pretty stocked. They have ley lines. Looks like they have 4 ley lines. Karn package. 1 ring. Culling ritual. How many packs do they have? They have at least, looks like they have 2 packs. Yeah. Okay. I don't think anything really changes here in the way I want to set this deck up. Yeah, with Charbelcher is definitely a glass cannon deck. You know, it just comes at you hard and fast, and if you have the thing when you need it, then you'll win. Otherwise, you'll lose. um, so that was a turn 2 win just there from them. The Karn package is interesting. There's so many different ways to build Charbelcher. I don't think there's necessarily a consensus on the like stock version. You see all kinds of different variants around. There's like mono blue with omniscience, show and tell combo jammed in. Yeah, there's like the green black version, which is probably the stock list, but I usually don't see Karn in there, so it's pretty interesting. It gives you access to more ways to get Charbelcher, but it's a little bit slower. So you functionally have like 7 Belchers in your deck if you play 4 Karns and 3 Belchers, because Karn can get it. Alright, hope he doesn't have Leyline. This is a pretty slow hand. But we have Stifle and Thoughtseize, so... Yeah, looking like he's in the tank trying to figure out if he wants to keep his hand or not. Bowmasters doesn't do much in this matchup. They don't draw that many cards, really. So it's just like a 2 mana 2/2 that does 1 damage. But that's what we gotta play, so... I hope the opponent is okay. I hope that they're still with us. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I guess we won't get to see how that was going to play out game 3. But Charbelcher is always kind of a roller coaster matchup. Okay, we're on our next game here. Up against Kento. And I will keep this. There's no companion, so if they're on show and tell, this is not a great hand because they don't have ways to interact with them. But even if it is show and tell, we could get out early and just kill them fast. If it's a creature deck, then we're good because we have removal. So we will present the turn 1 Ragavan and see if that's enough to get there. Blue-red, probably they have a Galvanic Discharge or Lightning Bolt. No? Nice. Snapcaster Mage. So I could like Bolt. No, I wouldn't have enough mana. So the Snappy's not going to really get in there, but what could we do? I think I'll play a Dragon's Rage and hold up for Bowmasters. If they have Cinderclasm, it feels bad, but I don't think it's worth playing around that. I don't think I have to do anything here. I can just hold up Bowmasters. They need to do something, otherwise they're going to lose. So, as long as we're in this pattern here, I don't need to... Dirty Stifle player, I love it. I love Stifle. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and put out a frog. He's got the drain, okay. Alright, here comes the Bowmaster. We're gonna get black, blue, or should we get red, blue? Yeah, we should probably get red, blue, actually. You have another mana drain? You got Spell Snare, okay. Stifle. If he has Stifle, it's fine because I can take it out. Yeah, nice. I do love a Stifle. I can't hate that. So far we got land and creature. That's all we have in there. This is a pretty slow Dragon's Rage start here. I'm gonna put out the other Dragon's Rage channeler. It may feel like overextending, but you know, I have Bolt Ragavan for backup. That could take him out pretty quick if he doesn't have a sweeper. It looks like he doesn't. So, I mean, he could still draw into like a Cinderclasm and wipe my board. Oh, he's just stifling again. More stifling. So if I Unholy Heat, and surveil an artifact. Actually, no, actually, here's what I do. I just bolt his face, puts an instant in, and then add Holy Heat after. Because all I need is an instant. So now the old Drifter will die and he'll take a lot of damage, and that's GG. Okay, up against Blue-Red Stifle Gaming. Stubborn Denial, Spell Pierce, those are all good. The rest of the stuff, probably not great. It's hard to tell what to cut here, though. I guess just bolts are good to cut. I don't know if I want Stifle. I could hit, obviously, a fetch land, or I could hit an old Drifter draw ability. Lorien revealed. I could get the island cycling on it. Yeah, I guess it's fine. He is playing fetch lands, right? Yeah. I guess I'll just cut one bauble. This is keepable. I'll bauble myself turn 1 to see if I want to fetch or not. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral on that, honestly. I don't think I need it. I also don't think I don't need it. I think I would like to have a little bit more interaction or like cheap spells, so I think I'm gonna ship it. Get a black red, put out another Goyf. So I got land artifact so far. Next turn, hopefully we'll be able to get an instant in there. Oh, he bolted us first. Boo. Boo. Poor little Goyf, never had a chance. Do the Inquisition here. I should have bobbled him first, actually. It gives us a little more information of what to take. We don't want to let him get the mana off of that. It's like a big deal. This is kind of interesting choice. I think I'll want to take the flame because it actually just draws him 2 cards. Whereas snap, he can get back a bolt, but it'll take him a while to get really anything good off of it. But yeah, I should have bobbled him first because it gives us a little more information about what to take. Give us a more complete panorama of what he's working with. 1 mana 5/6 seems good. But he's gonna mana drain it, so I could treasure cruise, but I definitely don't want to run that into mana drain, so I'll pass. At the end of his turn, I will play Bowmaster, and then if he lets the Bowmaster through, then I'll just start pressuring him with it, hitting him with it, but if he doesn't, then I'll resolve. If he counters it, then I'll resolve the Netherglyph. And I think if he snap bolts me here, no, he's not gonna. Fiery Islet, wow, that's aggressive. That is aggressive. I don't hate it though. So if I play Bowmasters, he can snap bolt, take out the Bowmasters, but then I can resolve another Netherglyph, and that's pretty hard for him to deal with. So I'm gonna try to bait out his mana here so that I can. Oh, he's got the spell snare. Darn. Tricky. So okay, here. Yeah, here we run out the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Ah, he didn't fall for the bait. This guy's good. Okay, well, he can't bolt snap it on the same turn, so at least we get a little bit of tempo that way. Okay, here comes the bolt snap. So now I can resolve 2 Netherglyphs, and that's pretty insurmountable, I think, for a blue-red deck. They don't have a lot of like hard removal. You know, they gotta do damage. Yeah, that's just GG. All right, just some closing thoughts, some reflections on the deck. We had a good run there. I'm liking the deck so far. The only change that I made was I did cut the island, like I think I was mentioning earlier. I replaced it with a Steam Vents. I think it could be probably a blue-red Surveil, like a Thundering Falls. It could also just be another spell. It could also be maybe a mountain. Um, we have less. Our mana curve is lower, and our mana requirements are less intense than the typical frog uh, tempo decks that play 20 lands also. So I think we could probably get away with running 19 if we wanted to. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to put like a Cinderclasm in the main, or like another removal spell, or maybe a fourth frog, maybe another bolt or something, I think you could get away with that. For now, I'm going to try it with a second Steam Vents, just to make sure we get our mana untapped early on, and because the most often thing I would run into is like I'll draw the island and I would need to cast like a red spell or a black spell. So this deck we really want to get out fast, so stumbling on mana early on is not really acceptable. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the deck. I don't think there's any other changes I would make right now. You know what? I think what I actually am going to do, though, I'm going to try fourth bolt. The lightning bolts are really good here, just to be able to finish them off and stuff like that. So we're going to try that. I'm going to go down to 19 lands, get a little bit. I don't even think it's that greedy, honestly. I was going to say greedy, but I don't think it's that greedy. I think it's reasonable. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this deck and keep grinding with it. And but yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Feel free if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you next time.